At Petrie. Time 7:12. We continue our Fraud Fighters segment. We talk about scams and frauds that are out there and how you can fight them. Joining us this morning is Jamie Harding with AARP Alabama. I talked to her over Zoom last week. This month, we're talking about scams on your phone, in particular, text-based scams designed to trick you into turning over your money or bank account information. First up, what is smishing?
The term for how scammers use text messaging service on your cell phone in order to perpetuate their crimes. And it comes from the term SMS, or short message system, which is the technical term for text messages.
So how do these messages manifest themselves, and what sort of scams do they appear as?
Well, they'll come in as a text message that may look like it's coming from a familiar source. And they'll say something like, we've noticed some suspicious activity on your account, or there's a problem with your payment information on a purchase you recently made. Maybe there's a fake package delivery notification. And newest among all these scams are coronavirus related text scams. And that would be sort of saying that you can get a test if you click this link, or you can sign up for a vaccine or financial aid, or some other coronavirus related scam that looks legitimate on the surface.
What can people do to protect themselves?
So we have what I call 3 don'ts and 1 do. Don't provide any personal information in response to a text message unless you are absolutely sure you know who it's coming from. And don't click on links in any kind of text that may be suspicious, because one of the things they can do is download malware on your device. And that means they can basically take over your device and get your passwords and other personal information that could be very damaging. The third don't is don't assume that a text is from a legitimate source just because it looks like a familiar phone number, or maybe the name of a government agency on the caller ID. It's very easy for scammers to spoof that and pretend to be somebody that they're not. And then we have 1 do that we want people to do, and that is to forward those texts to 7726. That is an industry-wide spam reporting service from the cell phone industry. They are trying to do their best to cut down on this kind of criminal activity. And so forwarding those text messages to 7726 helps in that effort.
Can you talk to me a little bit about how a senior's phone number might even make its way into the ecosystem of scammers? Because cell phones aren't printed in phone books, so we have kind of an assumption that, hey, it's hard to find my cell phone unless you know me.
Well, unfortunately, there's no privacy anymore. If you Google yourself, as a lot of folks do, you will find out that that information is all over the internet. And it may be because you have signed up for something using your phone number, and maybe that source, that data bank, sold your phone number elsewhere. Privacy should never be assumed when it comes to cell phone information, or really any information. It's a good idea to Google yourself, or ask one of your relatives that are maybe very tech savvy to Google you for you, so you can find out what's out there, what's available in the public domain, and what private information other people may have access to.
Now, meteorologist Colleen Peterson with your First Alert Storm Team 4.